I'm about to read to Disney's Elena of Avalor, Elena and Naomi's Big Adventure. Miggs the Jacqueline flies high over the city of Avalor when a bag full of his favorite snack, coconuts. Suddenly Luna and Skylar zoom by and snatch the bag. Hey, get your own lunch, Meg shouts. We just did, Skylar calls, chuckling, but the bag is so heavy Skylar accidentally dropped it. The coconuts fall on a statue in a town square which topples over creates a huge hole in the ground. The Jacquelines land and peer down into the hole to see a room filled with shiny gold objects. It's buried treasure, Miggs exclaims. We'd better alert Princess Elena. When Elena hears of the Jacqueline's discovery, she gathers the Grand Council. She asks Professor Mendoza to come too. The professor is an expert in ravens, the people who lived in Avalar long ago. This is an ancient ruin. Professor Mendoza proclaims it's filled with lost treasures. I recommend a dig to remove anything valuable, says Chancellor Esteban. Then we can repair the road, thinking the treasures could teach them about Avalar's history. Elena agrees, let's do it. Naomi Naomi offers to help with the dig. I know a lot about Eller's ruins, she says. I used to play in them when I was younger. Elena thinks it's a great idea, but Eswan isn't so sure. What does she know? He asks with a scrawl. But Elena believes in Naomi, and to prove it, she puts her in charge of the dig. I promise to do a great job, Naomi says. The next day, Elena, Naomi, Esteban, and Professor Mendoza begin the dig, but before long, Esteban tells Naomi she's doing it all wrong. I'll show you, he says, taking her pick. He swings it at the wall and makes a huge hole. The entire wall comes crashing down. Suddenly, an elf-like creature leaps out at them with a giggle. The strange, what is that? Cries Naomi. The Dundee Professor Mendoza exclaims. Dundies are mischievous elves from a magical world. Legend says that the three Dundee brothers came to Avalar many years ago, playing tricks on people and even stealing things. The professor explains, but a wizard caught them and locked them in three separate ruins. My atlas can show us where the other Dundee brothers are, says the professor, but as soon as the Dundee sees the book, he swipes it out of her hands and runs. You were in charge, Esmond tells Nomi, and now the Dundee is on the loose. Don't worry, Nomi says with determination. I'll catch him. With Nomi leading the way, they finally catch up to the Dundee. He's trying to open the door of an ancient pyramid, but before they can form a plan, Esteban runs towards the creature, shouting, "Get away from there!" Dooney just smirks and then jumps and gives Esteban nose a pinch. While Esteban howls in pain, the Dundee forces open a pyramid door. There is a gust of wind, and out jumps a second Dundee. The brothers do a little victory dance and then run away. Look, says Naomi, pointing to a drawing on the pyramid. It's a warning, Professor Mendoza says. Each Dundi wears a necklace with a magical gem. Together, the three gems form a key that can unlock a magical tunnel. Then thousands of mischievous Dundis could enter Avalor. But they haven't freed the third Dundi yet, Elena says. Let's go. The four of them hop in a boat and head for the third ruin. They arrive before the Dundi, so Naomi grabs a net from the boat and to build a trap. As soon as the brothers get there, Esteban releases the trap. We got you. But the Dundis outsmart him, fleeing the net over Elena, Naomi, Esteban, and Professor Mendoza. Instead, they release the third brother. Esteban lurches towards the Dundis, but trips, pulling everyone down into the ruin. They land at the bottom of a heap. This is what we get for putting Naomi in charge, Esteban growls as he struggles to his feet. Naomi feels terrible. Maybe Esteban was right about me all along. You're smart, brave, and resourceful, Elena says. We need you. Naomi smiles up at her friend, then she gets an idea. We can use the net as a ladder. As the group climbs up of the ruin, they met by the Jacquelines. Meg tells Elena about some weird little elves at the port stealing ropes and cargo hooks. Why would they steal that stuff? Elena wonders. Only one ruin is so high that you need climbing gear, Professor Mendoza says. The Sun Cliff. The Jacquelines fly the group up to the Sun Cliff, but the Dundis are already there. They cannot connect their gems and use the key to open the magical tunnel. It's a tunnel to their world, and Elena exclaims. Quickly, Naomi comes up with her plan. She picks up a vine and lassos the three Dundis. With a strong tug, Naomi flings them into the tunnel. Then Elena and the professor and Esteban remove the key to close it back up. The Dundis are sealed in their world once more. We did it, shouts Naomi. Back at the palace, Elena tells her grandparents how the kingdom was saved thanks to Naomi. It's a good thing Naomi was in charge, Elena says. Right, Esteban? Esteban shrugs. I am so sorry for not believing you, Naomi. Thanks, Naomi says with a grin. Now who's ready to finish the dig?